subscribe, leave a comment on the YouTubes, subscribe on Spotify, and yeah, we've got the best deals right now, better than AT&T and T-Mobile and Metro and Verizon. So, Walter, you were going to tell us a beautiful story, a riveting story, one of, if not the best stories that we've ever heard on the podcast, and it's titled "How You Got a Dented Forehead."
Oh,
I think he's glitching.
well, it's just Walter. Like
Walter was frozen. We can hear you fine, but
he's downloading so much porn.
The 3 terabytes of.
Dude, you're in the army. Just patch into the NASA network and
Oh my god,
fucking use their internet.
NASA network.
Okay. I think I should be fine.
That's definitely how computers work,
Hold on,
right?
You guys keep talking. I'll call you right back. Let me try to figure something out.
Okay, Walter will call us right back after.
So,
this
anyways, my name
message.
is Edward. What are we doing today?
Oh, I've got a great question for you guys. Since
Michael, say your name, Michael.
we'll have significant
Michael.
others. So
This is Michael. Welcome to the show.
have you guys seen the show Knock at the Cabin?
No.
So it's sorry, I said show.
I don't watch
It's
shows
a
anymore.
movie. It's a movie.
I don't watch
It's-
anything. I
it
just sit
was-
in my office.
It was made by M. Night Shyamalan's daughter.
You know what? For the longest time, I didn't believe that was a real person.
M. Night Shyamalan?
Roman would be like, "Yeah, you watch any M Night Shyamalan movies?" And I'm like, "What the fuck is that? Making up some bullshit. What the fuck is that name? It's a made up name."
All names are made up. And the movie's premise
You're
is
not real,
basically
Michael.
this. There's two
Wake
there,
up,
there
Michael.
there's a gay couple with their daughter, right? They're out in the woods when some strangers knock on their door, and it's 3 of them, and they go, one of you guys has to kill the other family member to stop the apocalypse from happening. And they're like, you guys are crazy. So then the first stranger, the other strangers kill the first stranger, and then they see like, oh, there's suddenly like a plague or whatever, right? And then they're like, no, we still don't believe them. They could have planned this, right? So then they're like, are you gonna kill whoever you choose? And then the gay couple goes, no, we're not. So then they kill another one of the strangers, the people that knocked at the cabin or whatever, right? There was 4 of them. And then now they're down to 2 strangers. And then they see there's earthquakes happening everywhere, and like lightning strikes and planes are going down and whatnot, right? And they're like, this has to be a coincidence. This is too crazy of a coincidence, right? So same thing happens. They tell them no. The third, they kill the third person, and then after that, they see that there's like catastrophes. There's flooding all over the world. It's like tsunamis are hitting all of them, everything. And then that's when one of the guys in the gay couple finally goes, okay, maybe we should listen to them. But the other guy's not listening to him. And then finally, at the end, the 4th guy is like, all right, he kills himself. And they see that terrible things are still happening. So then they finally believe him. And then one of the couples shoots the other one.
It's that movie with Dave Bautista, right?
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
I think Dave
Yeah.
Bautista is the most like successful wrestler to actor. Not in terms of monetary,
John
but
Cena?
in terms of
No,
talent.
no.
No,
And John
Dwayne
Cena?
The Rock
in terms of
Johnson?
talent, Dwayne the Rock is the Rock in every movie.
He's the
John
least
Cena.
successful.
John Cena is actually pretty good.
John Cena
Peacemaker.
is Peacemaker, dude.
Oh, yeah.
What are you
Yes.
talking
Oh
So-
yeah, that's
so-
facts. That's
so-
facts. I forgot about John Cena. Not gonna lie.
So Knock at the Cabin, right? That's
was
the
only thinking
premise
about
of-
The Rock.
That's the premise of the movie, right? So the question is, if you guys were out with your significant other at a cabin, and that same scenario happens where 4 strangers come in, they go, you guys have to kill one of the one. You have to choose to kill one or the others, and then that you stop the apocalypse from happening. So
Wait, what was the
no.
question? You said you went through like a full story. I heard the background. I just didn't hear the last part, the question part.
I'm
I
saying,
heard all of that.
if you're in the cabin with your significant
Mhm.
other, and then that exact same scenario happens where 4 strangers come in and they go, one of you has to kill the other to stop the apocalypse from happening.
I'll kill anyone, dude.
You'll kill anyone?
Thank you, Michael.
Okay, so you kill your spouse and then you stop the apocalypse from happening immediately. You don't need any proof.
Some ugly ass.
That's a hard one, dude. That's a hard one.
And then what happens if you're okay? So let's frame it this way first. Your significant other goes, okay, do it. I believe them.
To save the world?
Yes.
Kill someone random?
No, your significant other.
Kill my significant other to save the world?
Yes.
The world can die. That's honest.
So I'm saying no. What if your significant other goes?
I'll
"Oh,
call all
please."
you guys first and be like, hey guys, my bad. Hey,
my
yeah.
my bad, fellas.
Do something for
That's
the last
on
hour. I'll
me.
give you guys an hour to like say your goodbyes to the earth.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And
Yeah.
then I'm killing everybody.
So I'm saying, what if your significant other said it's okay? Please do it
No,
and save everyone.
No.
No.
You
I'm
still wouldn't do
selfish.
it even if they did, if they
For
begged
for,
you to.
for my significant other, I'm very selfish.
Because they were like, think of the animals, all
Could-
the animals. That are
fuck
gonna
all
die.
the animals,
Think of
fuck all the babies, fuck all the blind children with
Fuck the
cancer.
booze.
I don't give a fuck.
Could I take my own life?
Oh wait, hold on. I need to know.
Technically, you can tell your spouse to kill you to save, you know, the world. Technically,
Nah, we all going out. We all dying. We all dying today.
Like fuck.
You
this
like my
himself.
socks, Walter?
Look, because
Those are good.
think about it this way: like, if like let's go on the assumption that all of our partners actually love us.
Bold assumption to make.
Bold assumption, I know, but
Uh-huh.
imagine the psychological trauma they'll have to live through after that, knowing that they were that a normal human was forced like to kill their significant other, the person that they love.
Those
Like
are dope.
My socks got Mr. Rogers on them.
most normal people aren't recovering from that. Like, I wouldn't say not recovering at all, but like they're never
I
gonna
would
be the same
destroy
after.
the earth in a heartbeat for my significant other, dude.
But then you both die.
That's fine.
What?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
We
It's
made a
fine,
pact
I
once.
guess.
Like if one of us dies, we'll kill each other, dude. Like
What?
What? Romeo and Juliet?
Because it's a theory. It's not guaranteed, right?
No. It was real apparently in the movie. The four people.
I know it was real,
were,
but
like,
they
the
don't know
four
in the
horsemen.
movie until the very end.
Well, they saw that after he killed them, then everything started going back to normal.
Yeah,
That's
but
fine.
you don't know until it happens. That's the whole
But,
like.
no, but the point of this scenario I'm proposing to you is that
Like, there's no
They've
evidence.
given-
There's no
no,
real
no.
evidence that those two things are correlated, right?
they've given you proof that the world's gonna end after doing basically the same steps.
Right.
So now you're in their position at the end of the movie after seeing all this.
Oh,
stuff
so you know
happen.
for sure.
Well, that's the other thing too. At the end of the day,
But that's
you still
the
don't know
ultimatum
for
in the
sure.
movie.
You still don't know for sure, but in the movie, yeah, it all turns out okay or whatever.
Yeah, but if
Right.
they've shown you that this has happened, like there's a way that they've shown you, and
Yes,
that you can
yes.
tell that it's not doctored.
Yeah.
That's as good as proof. You can never
Yep.
be sure of
Well,
anything. Like
then
nothing. You
yes.
cannot be sure that you're
Then
alive right here.
yes.
So
Like, they
then-
have as good
I'm
evidence
getting
as
a
you're gonna get.
shotgun and shooting that bitch right now.
I'm still not gonna do it. We can all die, dude. I'll die with the knowledge that I killed everyone, but like we're dead.
Okay.
Give me an hour.
What does
about
it matter?
The
Give me
OG,
an hour.
like, would you kill baby Hitler?
This is literally like the premise
To
of like,
prevent
well, not the premise, but like,
Holocaust.
Call me first. Give me an hour. Give me 2 hours. Generously. If you give me a day if you're generous.
yeah.
Give me a day if you're generous. You don't get to choose. That's the thing, because
Also,
they were
it's
running out of
instant?
time.
It's instant?
Not
Give me a-
instant, but they were running out of time. They had like.
Well, tell
probably,
me-
like,
tell
an
me
hour
before.
left.
Yeah. 2 hours before.
And they're in the
Yeah.
woods, so there's no signal. There's not.
Oh well, I'm
there's-
sorry, y'all.
yeah.
We're all dead.
Whatever.
Whatevs. The earth just
Look, this is eerily similar to essentially what happens in Evangelion, like eerily similar.
Then she
Sh-
probably
Shinji
just
has the
stole
same
it
choice. Shinji has the same choice essentially, and he chooses essentially in the optimism of humanity, represented by like Asuma or whatever the fuck her name is, the orange-haired bitch, and he like
Yep,
regrets
go stop
choosing
fingering
like letting
yourself.
everything survive. And like, because like you still have to deal with the consequences of the apocalypse. Like things don't just reset back to zero. You still have to deal with like life, and life was
Yep.
already not good beforehand.
Yep.
How do you call it? And but the fact like going through that pain, like essentially the show goes, oh, even if it sucks, it's worth it to be alive. It's worth it for civilization to continue.
Sure.
I don't know. I think so, but I don't think I could make that choice. If I have to kill like my significant other in order, or my significant other has to kill me in order for humanity to keep on living, I feel like that's the straw that
If it's the
breaks
other
the
way
camel's
around,
back.
where she kills me,
Yeah.
then I think it'd be a little better.
Ah.
I'm not
okay.
strong enough. I'm a pussy.
I'm a
Weak
selfish
man.
pussy. Mm.
I'm a weak man. I'm like Lucian.
Huh?
Kill everybody.
Weak men make hard times. Hard time makes strong men.
No.
Strong men make
It's
me
strong
hard.
Facts.
Yeah, no, that's such a dumb saying too, because it's like you want
That's
everyone to have
fine.
better
It's a
times.
fine saying.
You get me? Like you don't want to constantly have, oh yeah, it's always hard. We walked uphill both ways in the snow. It's like, no, kids these days have it good. Good, they should have it better. You know, they have it better because of the advances in technology and stuff like that. And you'd hope that with that advancement in
No.
technology, they'd be smarter and learn from the mistakes. But you know, we almost made it to 250 years without becoming a
Why are
theocracy.
your hands so cold?
He's got low blood sugar.
I'm cold. Look.
He's cold because he got low blood sugar. He's got iron deficiency.
Low
He's got
blood-
anemia.
low iron.
He has
yeah,
eaten
low
all day.
iron.
He's been awake for 3 days straight. He's on a meth bender.
Actually, I slept last night, so I'm good. I slept at
finally
4
slept.
a.m.
I'm surprised.
I
you're
slept from
not,
4 a.m.
like,
to 12 a.m.,
irritable
dude.
right now.
In the last 4 days,
That's
that's
8
all the sleep
hours.
I've gotten.
8 hours is more than enough to recover from 3 days.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the story about my scar.
Tell me the story about your scar. What you got?
Okay, so I'm the son of 2 very powerful wizards, and
Shut
and
the
they were
front
defending me
door.
against this very powerful wizard that went evil,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then they fell in battle, and then when the wizard was about to come kill me, I guess I did a counter spell, and then they let.
Oh, it was your mom's love. I think
So
it was
that's-
your mom's
Yeah.
love, right? That protected you.
The mother of your mama.
Right,
Uh-huh.
The mother of
I
your
think
mama.
I've heard this one before, but
Yeah.
hey, it happens, right?
Yeah.
It seems like a common occurrence. Common enough.
Things do be
Mhm.
happening.
But yeah, no, actually, I was coming off of a van. Like we were at a state park or something. I was jumping out of the van, and I fell and I hit the corner of the van, and I fucking just and they fucking cracked, and I was bleeding. And they were like, "Should we take him to the hospital?" Nah. And then now I just have this for
His
this.
head's
And that's why
cracked
you
open.
talk the way you talk.
That's how I talk the way I talk with a New Jersey accent.
Joyzy.
Like that lady that
Joy,
hit her
is it?
head, and then she's like, "I speak a Chinese accent. I've never been to China," and it's like, what the fuck? She can't stop speaking like that. It's crazy. Foreign accent syndrome.
I have a similar thing where, like, if I hear someone with an accent, I start talking to them in that accent, and
That's
I can't
normal.
make that, and I can't not stop doing. Like with Tim, dude. Every time he talked to me, I talk to him back like he would talk to me, dude.
That's normal
Wonder
though,
if
because
you
you're
ever
just
noticed
Yo,
it.
I
you're just
I
mimicking.
did it at work by accident one time, and they got so mad.
Why?
With who?
What did you say?
What accent?
It was like some African dudes.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
and you started going bomboclat and what?
That's Jamaican.
And you were like pussyclat.
Oh my lord.
Bossman Biden. Is that what you said to the man?
No.
Why can you
they
do
were,
it? Listen to me, my friend. You do.
Yeah, like shit like that.
They eat the poo like ice cream. They lick the anus. And he eat the poo. My God, dude! The fact that he was showing, he showed an entire auditorium of people, a man licking another man's asshole, and he was like,
the poo
"And
like ice
They
cream.
eat the poo like ice cream, and you don't want to see this." Like, he's like, you do not want this in your country, and you want to make sure that they lick the anus because they lick the anus like ice cream. Oh my God, dude. Yeah, and then he's the same guy that was like, "Why are you gay?" And then they're like, "Because I was
Who
born
says
like
I
that."
am gay?
Yeah. Or yeah. Who says I am gay?
You are gay.
Who said today?
White people be fucking up everywhere.
That's a black guy.
I know, but the reason that the whole thing started was because white evangelicals started heading over there.
Oh, apartheid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apartheid.
But wasn't Christianity in Africa before white people?
What? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Christianity
Ethiopia.
was in the Middle East. What are you talking about? I thought you meant started, but
No, it was there before white people got there, dude.
Yeah.
apartheid.
Because religions and ideas flow faster than people. Like because people interact with other people, it goes through the word of mouth.
I suppose.
Things spread faster.
On the
Ideas spread
grapevine?
faster. Yeah.
I heard
Just
it through the
trades and
grapevine.
shit. Trade routes and the like.
Yeah.
The fuck are we talking about?
Walter,
dude?
show us your ass.
What are we?
I
what
think
are we
that's all the
doing?
time we have today, guys. All right. See, I thought there was gonna be
Show
more
us
of a
your ass,
discussion, but you
dude.
guys were like, "Nah, we're selfish. We die." And then
Yeah.
if she does to me, oh, okay, that's fine.
Do
Well,
it.
okay, because it's
Yeah.
different. Like, because we're not necessarily good people.
Ah, you pussy.
Like, you gotta phrase it like, okay,
We're back.
Where you going?
Walter! Drank.
Drink.
This motherfucker.
Like you gotta frame it like, okay, like what do you guys think? Like, what do you guys think should happen? What do you guys think would do? Because like we're not necessarily good people per se. We're always gonna put art like
I love moral questions.
Yeah.
Let's do more of those.
if you're asking us what we would do,
Hitler?
That one's done. That one's been done. Another one.
What's your answer then? Yes.
No.
Easily? Why not?
He's too little still.
yeah.
So who cares?
He's too little. He hasn't done anything yet.
Doesn't matter. It's
No.
what he's
Maybe
gonna
like
do.
teenage.
No, because if you
teenage
say
Hitler.
yes, you're essentially implying that people are innately bad. I don't think people are innately bad.
Teenage Hitler. Maybe.
Would you father Hitler then? This is
Would
what
you
I'm asking.
father Hitler?
Would you?
Yeah,
Yeah. Would you
I
raise
legit-
Adolf as your own
I
son?
If have
legit
the
think-
resources to bring him up. Yeah.
I legit think if he had different parents, different situation, he would not have become Adolf Hitler.
Would you admit him into art school?
Yeah, literally. That's why that thing is such a meme because most people do believe people aren't innately bad. Like if Hitler got accepted into art school.
Because it's like he,
chemical imbalance.
well, because I think it was just, it's the situation that he's in. Germany is all depressed. They just lost World War I.
Marks
There's
are like
there's
a
lot of
million for
shame.
$1.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of shame in the country and all this kind of stuff, right? So it's like it's a disillusioned young man that fucking, you know, it's not even that he wanted power, it's just that he wanted his country to be the best and whatnot, and then started going, you know, slipping up and getting into power because everyone was like, he's a crazy guy, no one's gonna listen to him, which is very funny because it is adjacent to what Trump did. Because everyone's like, Trump's running? He's not going to win. It's just a celebrity, blah, blah, blah. They didn't take him seriously. So by the time it was already too late to stop him, it's like, wait a minute, what's going on? And then
Okay.
Mhm.
here we're
Talking
in the
about
Supreme
Hitler?
Court.
Here's a question.
Oh, Trump. See?
Oh,
But yeah, I was using him as a parallel.
Pass.
What's the question you got?
You can be with your significant other forever,
Mm-hmm.
but you'll never be able to see your family ever again. You
That's
can
fun.
see your family ever,
Yeah.
always, forever, every day, but you'll never be able to see your significant other ever again. Which one of the two?
you could always find another significant other.
You could always find you could always find
You always
different
find a new
family.
family, yeah.
By the way, your family's not dead. You
Yeah.
just can't see
Yeah.
them ever again.
So if I turn, am I like, I'm blind?
Like they'll just not be there.
They'll get teleported away.
See them.
Like there'll be some weird thing like, oh, come over, pa, but then he'll be like, oh, I can't have a doctor's appointment. Like some shit like that. It'll just be something like that.
It's like those weird coincidences that
Yeah.
they always
Yeah.
do. Okay.
You'll
Then
something
they're
will
fine.
always come in
So
the
I
way.
can still talk to them on the phone.
Yeah, but you'll never see them.
Yeah,
again.
they're fine.
What about FaceTime?
Yeah.
The phone
No.
will crap out.
Like from
No. Yeah, you try and FaceTime. They're like, I don't know how to work this, and it's like, that's it. Can I send them selfies of myself and then request selfies back? And then it's just
The
a
image
selfie
will
of, like,
never
their
load.
forehead.
It's
No,
just
it's a
sent
se-
image.
Yeah, sent image. It's just a picture of like his forehead or something. He's like, I couldn't quite take the picture or whatever.
So what would be? Which one are you choosing, Walter? Walter,
Ah,
you choosing your
I
family?
found the perfect loophole because he'll go to Disney.
Yeah, I'm choosing my fucking family, dude. What the fuck?
Ooh.
I'm gonna choose my significant other, dude.
Same.
Hands
So-
down.
so-
Because Walter's the only single one.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about it.
He's like, what significant other?
Rose before hose, dude.
Fam before. I don't know.
Okay.
Ma'am.
I don't know. See,
Nom?
you said moral question. This one isn't really a moral
Yeah.
question.
But it's a spicy question.
It's not
I
that-
dude,
it's not that
I would
spicy.
like
It was
click
pretty
that button
easy.
in a heartbeat. Just
Yeah. Oh, would you rather get $1 billion and
early-
have to murder your significant
Earlier
other,
this
or
week, I was asking people that would come up to my counter. I was like, all right, how much would it take for you to accept a drink from Bill Cosby?
What
Fucking,
the fuck?
like, 40
That's
bucks? I
ridiculous.
don't know.
So what's gonna? I'm just gonna drink it, or am I getting buff
40
too?
bucks. Well, he's gonna rape you.
so that's a guarantee.
It's a guarantee
I mean,
rape.
Wait, hold on.
What am I getting out of
Where?
this?
Yeah. What the fuck?
because he didn't
It's
rape
Bill
everyone
Cosby.
everywhere.
Exactly.
So where am I getting this drink from?
No, hold on. Am I getting money out of this?
Yeah. He said how much?
Oh, how
Yeah,
much?
What's the least amount of money you would take?
To get raped, basically.
Yeah.
Holy shit. What's the least amount of money to get raped? Do I have to be awake? Can I choose to be awake or to be asleep?
No, because if you take the
Oh,
drink,
man.
you're gonna pass out.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be asleep.
So you're just gonna wake up
Yeah.
with a sore butthole and then $10,000? All right, cool. That's terrible, dude.
my God.
Mm.
Some
How about-
guys
okay,
say
wait,
they do
wait,
it for
no, no,
free
Hold on,
just for
answer
the
that
story.
question. Am I asleep through the whole thing?
Yes.
Okay.
But you wake up, you're all sore.
That's fine. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me think.
Oh my god. He said that's fine, dude.
Oh my God.
I can risk like whatever STD he has too, right? I'm pretty sure
Oh
he
my
has
God.
STDs or something.
Yeah, yeah, you have
Syphilis.
to risk it.
Fuck. Okay, hold on.
You're pretty sure he has one.
That's tough. Hold on.
Pretty sure he does have one.
It's gotta be like. It's
No
gotta,
matter
be, like,
which
it's gotta be
way-
like the down payment of a house, dude.
Down
At
payment
least
of a house.
I'll take the whole value of the house.
Yeah, I'll
No,
take,
but
like,
you're saying the least. The least.
The least is
amount
the
of
whole
money.
value.
But like,
The least amount.
like you could say your least.
Because houses are expensive, dude.
You know,
I mean, I don't know if
$1 million.
you've noticed.
$1 million. After cash.
If your lease is like $1 million,
After
yeah, that's
taxes.
fine.
You mean?
Sorry, after cash, after tax. Dude, I'm so tired.
I feel that shit.
Or I'll do 2 mil. With the risk of getting
Untaxed.
HIV forever, you know?
No.
I don't know.
It's
I
not
don't-
public knowledge that he has HIV, so I don't think he has.
Are we forced to take this deal? Like we can't back out of it?
What?
How about this? Should euthanasia be legal?
That's why. Like the question, like, can you just make it absurdly large so that like he can't pay it, and
Yeah.
then like that's it?
I have a moral question. Instead of you getting butt fucked, should euthanasia be legal?
Euthanasia?
Euthanasia. Not
Wait, for
K-pop.
humans or
Define-
for
define it.
Human euthanasia.
Yes.
Where you choose
The young people in Asia. Euthanasia.
euthanasia, where it's like
The euthanasia?
I'm choosing to kill myself. The legal way of killing yourself.
That's euthanasia?
Euthanasia. It's usually they call
That
it.
should be 100% legal,
So
really.
Yeah.
euthanizing is what they'll say for animals that are past the point of like medical help. So it's like, hey, this cat is like suffering. We need to put it down. That's euthanasia, right? So in human form, it would be, hey, you've got stage 4 cancer. There's no recovery. They're like in pain
Hold
every
on.
single day,
Hold on,
and they're going, hey,
hold
can
on.
you just kill me already?
Hold on. Hold up.
But you can't just go, oh, I want to die. That's it. It
What's
has to
the
be
point of it if people already kill themselves?
Because this is the
'Cause you can
legal
go to
way.
jail for
and
killing
Oh, you go to
yourself.
jail
No,
after
no,
you
no.
fucking kill yourself?
No, no,
If you
no.
survive, you'll go to jail. Because suicide attempts can fail.
No way you go to jail.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
No, no,
heard
no.
of it, but I don't know
But
way
this
you
is-
actually take your ass to
This
jail
is
after you try to kill yourself.
painless and medical, so it's not like, okay, I have to stuff a bunch of like pills down my throat, or I have to hang myself, which might mess up and like traumatize
Painless
people.
death
No.
is crazy.
And like that's the other thing. Like,
painless, yeah, the painless death, you just fall asleep slowly, and then
like if
that's it.
doctors are
Peaceful.
right now, like if it
Peaceful.
stays legal, if euthanasia stays legal, if doctors or someone else help you with your suicide, they go to jail too. Assisted suicide.
Okay,
they
hold
go
on.
to jail for murder because they murdered you. You wanted it, but they still murdered you. So
So
They
I
still
think
go
it
to
should be
jail.
legal after like if you're like extremely depressed and they try to help you with like medication, etc., whatever the fuck, and all that still fails and you're still really fucking you want to kill yourself, then you should have the option for it.
So that
agree.
actually happened in Canada. Let me see.
this was a whole discussion a couple of years ago.
no. This
'cause of that.
happened this year. Canada.
This was a discussion like a
girl.
year or two ago too.
So, March 28th, Canadian judge grants 27-year-old autistic woman's request for euthanasia. Now then.
Yeah.
So, a judge in Canada ruled that a woman with autism can be granted her request to die by assisted suicide, overruling efforts by the woman's father to halt the deadly procedure. So, they would be allowed to access the country's medical assistant, as her father argued that she was vulnerable and not competent to make the decision to take her own life. Now, what do you think about that?
You should be allowed to kill yourself.
So even if, let's say, you have a chemical imbalance in your head and you're like, no, I'm going to kill myself, and with the possibility of being able to recover, again, just 27, right?
Right. But
This is what makes it like, this is what makes it intricate, because it's not just a yes or no question. It's like, well, circumstances matter, right?
Kinda, but
I
for
think
me,
it's
I
also, like,
kind of just
like,
does
the
fall on a
standard
yes or
of
no.
living though.
Huh?
It goes down. You can't find like true love. You can't like get a normal job. You have to like have a schedule. It's inconvenience to yourself, and that's just too much to bear. On top of like normal life responsibilities,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want to deal with it.
Yeah. Like it's not even
Shoot
goes to that.
myself,
It
dude.
goes on to the fundamental principle of, do you have rights over your own body? If you do,
That's
then
true.
you should be able to kill
So-
yourself.
okay,
If
so
you
this is
don't,
what-
then no.
So this is crazy. So the judge himself noted that the woman has not provided any evidence to contest these assertions that her physical symptoms, to the extent that she has any, result from undiagnosed psychological conditions. Nor has she identified her medical condition or provided information concerning her symptoms and how they cause her to suffer. The judge admitted, "I do not know you, and I do not know why you seek medical assisted suicide." He wrote, "Her reason for doing so remain your own, because I've respected your autonomy and your privacy."
It's honestly just that simple. Do you have the rights over your own body? If you do, then you should be able to kill yourself. If you don't, then no. Should you go through with killing yourself? Maybe not.
Yeah, okay. I was
Maybe
gonna say,
not.
huh.
But
I think see,
should
that's
you
the
have
thing.
that right? Should you have the right? Yes. Yes. If you have rights over your own body, if you have bodily autonomy, you should be able to kill yourself. Like that's the fundamental principle here. Can you control what happens to your own body?
Well, so that's the other thing too, right? Because it's like in this one we're not we're going under the assumption that it's not slippery slope, right? Because it's like
But by that logic, does that mean you should be allowed to like do whatever kind of drugs you want?
I get to
Yes.
do heroin
Yes.
all I want.
Yes, you can. That's why I'm so like every drug should be legalized. Every single drug.
Even meth.
Even meth.
No.
Every
Ketamine?
single drug should
No.
be. Yes. Yes. Yes.
No.
I don't think people
Doesn't
are
work.
responsible enough.
Doesn't work.
It doesn't matter. Do people have rights over their
It
own
doesn't
body?
matter
Doesn't
if it doesn't work. It
Do
doesn't
people have
matter.
rights
People
over their
were
own body?
simply
They've done
Yes,
it in Oregon.
yes,
It doesn't
yes.
work.
Do you have rights over your own body? Do you believe you should have full autonomy over your own body?
But that's like
What
saying-
happens on you?
I should be able to drive at 200 miles
No,
per
no,
hour.
no, 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 no.
by
Because then you're
myself.
affecting someone else.
No, by
and then
myself
that
in
action
my
is
car.
illegal. No, because you're still affecting someone else. If you're driving at 200 miles an hour, you can crash into someone.
I'm driving
You
on
can
an
kill
empty
someone
highway.
else. You
Okay,
can
okay.
crash into another car. When you're doing drugs, you're affecting yourself. And sure, your
When you-
actions
when
while you're on
doing
those drugs.
meth, you can then when you're doing meth, you're gonna
But then
steal from
those
people.
actions, but then that's different. Those actions can be illegal. You can
So
go
how
do
about-
actions on those. But the act of consuming meth is only affecting you.
It's not though, because
The act
Look,
of consuming
look,
meth,
look.
not
Okay.
actions you take while you're on meth.
Okay.
The act of consuming meth is
but
only
wait,
affecting
what
you.
causes you to
Legal.
steal while you're on meth? The addiction and the
It becomes
desire
legal.
to do more meth.
10,000 people
Yeah,
are
and
going to
then
start doing meth
that-
more, and they're
Yeah.
going to be just fucking homeless people everywhere,
Yeah.
dude. It
Yes,
doesn't,
but
like,
then those actions, those
You can be
separate
homeless and on
actions.
meth.
This is
This
like
is
no,
America.
no, no. This is
You
like
can be
saying you
homeless
can't
and on
kill
meth.
yourself because you're gonna make the people around
That's
you sad.
kind of like it's kind of like
That's
saying you can't have a
post.
gun because guns kill people, kind of thing.
No, that's not the same at all though, because one is altering
have a
your
gun and
state
not
of
kill
mind.
people.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying one is altering your state of mind to the point where you're not yourself anymore, and it's like
Yeah, but this is like saying you can't kill yourself because you're gonna make people around you sad. Like this is
that's pretty good
this-
reason.
No, you will. Yes,
it would
it's
make
good
mom
reason why
sad.
you
Don't do
shouldn't
it.
kill yourself, but it's not a good reason for why you shouldn't have the right to kill yourself. Like we're talking about people's rights here,
Okay,
not about whether
okay.
or not they should do
All right,
something.
all right.
Do you have the right? Should you have the right to be able to do drugs and kill yourself? Yes, you should. You should have the right. Should you actually do it is a different question.
That's why it's illegal to do the drugs. So
no,
it's
no,
like-
no, no, because that's inflicting on your rights. Should you do it is
Wait,
different
wait.
from should you have the legal right to do this. Those are two separate and distinct questions.
So
That's actually good. Yeah.
technically,
like you should not.
you
it's not
can
my,
still do drugs. They're not infringing upon your right to do drugs. It's just illegal to do it.
making it
right?
illegal is fringing upon your right. People could
How?
be gay in the 60s. That does not mean they had the legal right to be gay.
We're talking about drugs. We're talking
No,
about
no,
drugs.
no,
We're
no.
talking about drugs.
It's about your legal right to do something. Should you have the legal right to do this? Yes, you should. It should not be illegal. Should you do it?
That's not. Yeah. That's.
Separate question.
There's no morality, moral police or moral laws to. We would have to have something like that maybe, but yeah. That's
Like
right. Yeah.
that's why these are two very distinct, very like I know they're very similar, but the difference is important. Should you have
You
the
can still
right to do
prosecute
something?
people who are doing drugs once they do
Well-
something fucked up. Once they start
Yes,
stealing. Once
exactly.
they start doing something.
So basically, 2 days after they've started the Big M.
No, no. Unironically, this goes into the same thing. Should you have the right
So-
to think about murdering someone?
Okay, so in that adjacentness, right? You would say, you would argue for the right for self harm, because it's their bodily autonomy, correct?
Mhm. Yes.
Okay.
But they
So,
shouldn't.
why not? Why shouldn't they? It's their body; they can do what they want with it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they can.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that I
So-
agree with their action, but
Okay.
and this is coming from someone has had a lot of ideation. Like, you shouldn't kill yourself, but you
100%.
should have the legal right to be able to kill yourself.
It shouldn't be against the law. It's fucking silly.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Well,
ridiculous.
it's the legal right to do like do not resuscitate and to like pull the plug on yourself, right? If you're like in a coma.
Yeah.
So it's like the same difference.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, either way, I think the reason. Well, so the main reason why, like, drugs are banned is because of the detrimental effect
Drugs
they
are
have
bad.
on people and on society as a whole, right?
Mhm.
Even without going from a moral standpoint of like, oh, drugs are bad because I said so, right? Like marijuana, perfectly fine. We already know it's not an addictive substance. Blah blah blah.
Marijuana.
The
We got
other-
3 pot smokers on here.
The other ones that are worse are still, they're worse for a reason, right? Because we know how addictive they are, things like that. And hey, we can argue all day and all night and go tobacco and alcohol are the same, right?
But you see, there's also addictive personalities. There's people who are just
Well,
addicted to shit.
That's why I said alcohol and tobacco, right? Because again, that's still things, right? It's still other things. But the fact that those other two, alcohol and tobacco, don't alter your brain the same way that like
That's a lie.
heroin
Wait, what the
or
fuck?
That's a lie.
Alcohol
Hella does.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
And tobacco.
No, but I'm
Why do
saying
you think people are feeding
you're not
off of
gonna-
Juuls?
Yeah.
So you're not going to drink one can of beer and then immediately go, I'm going to sell all my possessions for more beer because I need to keep staying drunk forever.
No, hold on.
Because meth is
People
a very different.
Yeah.
People do sell all their possessions to drink more alcohol.
Yes.
That is a thing that
Yes,
does
it
happen,
does.
dude.
Yeah, but I'm saying
I have family experience with this. Like
I'm
they
saying-
do this.
the reason they say
They do
meth
it.
not even once is because meth like fundamentally alters your brain
So
the
does
second
alcohol.
you do it.
Michael did meth once,
no,
and
no.
it didn't
So does-
fundamentally alter his
so does
brain.
alcohol.
Well, not the way that we can see,
Alcohol
but-
permanently also alters your brain, even from the first time you ingest alcohol, dude. That
'Cause it's
so like
killing
so what's
brain
the fucking
cells.
it's killing brain
So-
cells. So what's the fucking difference there? It's the same shit. Except one is legal.
Because meth is so much more severe.
I suppose.
That's why
It is
severity.
more severe, and it
It's
leads to
100%
more
more
severe
severe.
outcomes. But like the thing is that is still, despite you saying like, oh, we're not moralizing, that is a moral argument. You are morally argument without wanting to put that label on it. That directly stems from Christian and conservative, the foundations of this country, how the puritanical, like the way they set everything up. Like those laws are direct through lines from that. You can look at like Reagan's war on drugs and like all this stuff. It directly stems from a moralizing of the law.
Well, okay. Walter has something to say.
And you can't tax meth.
Oh, I bet your ass you can tax meth.
Imagine if we could tax meth. We'd make so much money.
You put that you
Yeah.
file that under stolen things or no things you
Illegal substances.
illegal substances.
Line 98C in your
Yeah.
tax return.
How they caught Al Capone because he didn't do that shit.
Yeah, he didn't do his tax. They got him the taxes, let him die of syphilis. He was eating away at
Dude,
his
you know
fucking
he's
brain.
the reason why we have expiration dates on food.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah,
so-
Al
Tell
Capone
me.
actually did a lot of shit that helped like a lot of minority and like poor people communities. Not to
And-
say that
and
excused any of his
I was
other
gonna
shit,
say, and
but
on top of that, he destroyed
yeah,
basically all of New York at the same time. But
Yeah.
whatevs.
He didn't destroy New York. How the fuck did Al Capone destroy New York?
because
the Bloody
like,
Sunday.
bring-
Hello.
bringing gangs and everything to run, and
but
like
they
the
were there
mafia and
before
whatnot.
him. They were there before him.
Well,
But he
the
rounded
mafia was
rounded
to
them
an
up.
extent.
He made them organized and
yeah,
like more effective.
organized crime, dude.
Yeah.
Um,
The
There was
mafia
gangs
was a
before
thing
Al
before
Capone.
Al
It's a
Capone,
li-
dude.
this-
dude, the mob is still
You ever seen
there.
the movie,
Despite what
Gangs of New
media
York?
says.
Yeah.
It's like the Irish and the Italians started it,
It was
and the
Tony
Catholics.
Soprano.
So they started
It was Tony
building gangs
Soprano.
first, and then
Man, when Tony
Yeah.
Soprano jumped up and went, "It's Soprano in time." That's when I knew this is
Mhm.
gonna be a good TV show.
Apparently, people didn't know that like he's supposed to have died at the end of Sopranos.
No, he did die.
Yeah.
yeah, he did die.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
not he's
but it's
supposed
like
to, he
implied. It's not
died.
overt, right? Like it's implied that he
No,
died.
It's pretty much overt because they do that whole talking about like, what's it like when you die? Like your lights just go out, blah blah blah.
That is implication.
Yeah.
That you have to kind of read between, at least a little bit. You have to read in between the lines to understand that he died.
It's such a like I haven't
They-
even, I haven't
they-
even seen the show,
They
but I've
foreshadow
seen the
it the
breakdown.
whole series.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
foreshadow
yeah.
the whole series.
Yeah, like the
Because he's a
entire
mobster.
time-
Like,
Yeah,
of course, the
he doesn't
ending is
get a
gonna be
happy
he
ending.
dies. Yeah. But like, people didn't like understand or know that
Oh, yeah,
apparently.
okay, because a lot of people are stupid, dude. That's why. Like, I don't
No,
know.
also because it's like such like a shock about like the scene itself.
It's
It's
so
just
jarring.
like wow, like that's where you're gonna end the show, like in a random dinner scene. Like that's.
But it
crazy.
wasn't random because
Like-
when you go back and look at it and you break it down, you're like, he
I know.
hears
I
the
know,
bells
but, like,
opening.
Think about
blah,
like
blah,
if it
blah.
was Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
right? And it was like Jon Snow sitting there at a dinner table, about to eat dinner, went black, and you're like, what the fuck happened to Jon Snow?
Jon
Like,
Snow
what
at a
the
Waffle
hell?
House.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah.
No, I get you.
Yeah, it's like that's shocking, dude.
But there are a lot of
But
people.
the
who are like,
director throughout the show did it a few times where he ended it off of cliffhangers and like other like kind of leaving you wanting more kind of
Yeah.
stuff. He does it throughout the show. like there's an episode where Milfy, she gets assaulted or whatever, and at the end, like when she was gonna tell Tony like she's been assaulted, she was like, oh, nothing's wrong, and then it cuts to black. It's like, oh my god, like Tony was gonna kill the guy that assaulted her, but she didn't do it because she has the moral high ground of like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna use this mob connection to fucking kill this guy, you know.
Yeah.
But the director of that show is so fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the creator and the
Sopranos
writer
is really good. Hot take. Emmy award winning TV show.
The best show of all time.
This
the best
underrated
show. Of all time,
show. I don't know if you heard this little underrated gem. It's called The Sopranos.
It's probably good TV, man. Let's go. It's a good
It's good
watch.
Some good
some
watch.
good eats.
Let's go down the list you guys sent in the fucking chat, dude.
Let's
Fuck,
let's
did you
watch
guys
it
send?
right now. Let's do an episode.
Let's just put it on
by episode
TV,
breakdown.
dude.
We're just
Let's go. What the
The
fuck?
Sopranos.
All right, Breaking Bad. I had to stop watching it during the poop scene.
What?
When
What poop
I
scene?
stopped watching it for a long
He was
time.
watching the
What
weird.
the
for a
fuck?
long
He was watching
time.
Breaking Bad XXX parody. What the fuck?
I downloaded the wrong.
Yeah.
No. The scene where like there's that wheelchair and the explosion happens and like there's shit. There was like shit or something.
Oh,
During an explosion.
what?
Yeah.
That's when they kill fucking.
So
Hector?
he's
Hector.
putting together two scenes. One scene when he shits himself, the guy in the wheelchair, and then another scene where the guy in the wheelchair explodes. I don't know how he conflated those two scenes.
I
in
don't
his head.
know. I don't know. I just
Remember?
remember.
Has it
I just
been
remember
years,
the room
Hector?
being
I
filled
mean,
with
Edward?
shit, and I'm like, I'm
The
out.
room was not filled with
I'm
shit.
out.
Kills
I'm out.
exploded,
That happens
dude.
in the same episode, right? It happens in the same episode.
I think it's like one or two before that, but because he's talking to me and he's like, oh
It's like, what did you tell the FDA? Or
Yeah,
whatever,
and he goes,
and
and that's it. And then like the next episode, he's like, "Look at me, Hector," and then ding, 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 and then he explodes. So,
Wow. Hector, what
and he knocked
are you
him.
doing? Oh my god.
'Cause the cat. the cat
Yeah.
was in
Then I
front of
went
him.
back. I went back to watch it eventually.
Were you licking
but-
the cat's ass?
Wait. So did you finish Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to the whole thing. He's sprayed out like a starfish.
Pull up.
Yeah, I
pull
liked
up the
it. I
list.
liked
We'll
it. I
talk
just-
about it.
Yeah, I have it. So Breaking Bad, right? And next up, Game of Thrones.
Never watched it.
You
Never watched a single
it?
episode.
Never watched a single episode.
There's a lot of fucking in Game of Thrones, dude. There's a lot of fucking. And there's a lot of gore.
That's
Just
not
fucking
why
real
he
life.
watches
Why do
TV
you
though.
why do you need your TV for that?
Chernobyl. Have you guys seen
Nope.
Chernobyl?
I
So good. It's a
I've-
miniseries. It's
I've
a
been there.
miniseries. He's been
I
there.
touched the elephant's foot.
Next up, The Sopranos, hidden gem.
Yeah.
Anyone underrated?
saw.
Band of Brothers. Apparently,
Never
David
seen
Schwimmer's
it.
really good in Band of Brothers, but I
I
haven't
think it's
seen
one. Yeah, he's great in that. He's great.
It. Oh, Band
I've
of
seen the
Brothers.
first
That's,
season. I
that's
think
what you're
there's only
living
one
right
season.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
You're living in Band of Brothers right now.
You're all brothers.
Yeah,
They're all brothers there.
Yeah.
for sure.
Eskimo brothers.
All right. This list isn't working because y'all haven't seen like half this.
The Wire. I've seen The Wire.
No,
That wasn't even
come
next.
on.
That
I
was
seen The
next.
Wire
That was
too.
literally the next one. What the fuck do you mean?
No. It was The Wire, you're right?
The
I've
Wire's
seen Better
great.
Call
I haven't seen
Saul.
The Wire.
I've seen Stranger Things. I've
You've
seen
Better
Sherlock.
Call Saul?
I've seen Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul was great.
You saw Better Call Saul, but you didn't see Breaking Bad all the way.
He did.
I
see-
did. I went back to finish it
Yeah, he
before I started Better Call Saul. Although I do think I kind of like Better Call Saul a little bit better, to be honest. But that's just because
A
it's
little
more in
better?
line with my tastes.
Better Call Saul is better than better.
Stranger Things. I don't know. Stranger Things being number 8 seems a
That
little
seems high. That
Yeah.
seems
That
very
seems
high.
like pretty high. Not
I
a
think
little
it's
high.
the young
I think
people
it's because
putting
like,
it up there.
It's the most
Recency
it's the
recency
most
bias.
successful thing on Netflix. That's why.
Sherlock.
I've seen Sherlock.
Season one was
dude,
good.
You
Great.
can't get me
I
started
think,
on
like,
Sherlock.
after-
I've been
after,
watching
like-
Sherlock for years.
When Sherlock was like,
Never
Watson,
seen Sherlock.
it's Sherlock in
Wait,
time.
which Sherlock?
The BBC one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? That's what number?
Big Black Cock.
9.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think it deserves to be that high, despite it being my obsession in high school.
Wow, number
but-
9. That's crazy.
Benedict
Yeah.
Cumberbatch as Sherlock.
It's because of all the Tumblr people. Doctor Who, Sherlock, Super Who.
Yeah, but they're not even. They're Supernatural and.
Where'd you get
Doctor
this list
Who weren't
from?
even
This
on
list
there.
is garbage.
That's true. That's true.
yeah, it's a recency bias. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's,
those are
Let's
the
make
three.
our own
and
list. Let's
Sherlock
make our
fell
own list.
off, unlike
That'd
like
be funny.
Supernatural and Doctor Who.
what?
Like they went through a bad period, but like
Super Hulock, dude.
yeah.
Remember that?
Sherlock. And Supernatural actually did fall off as well. Supernatural got really bad after this is the series finale, and then like, we're back, and then
What?
it
Was
went-
that before or after the Scooby Doo one? Because I was still watching it. I still thought it
Well,
wasn't as good as it used to be, but like
that's the definition of falling off. to be
no, no,
fair.
no. Sherlock fell off. Like in hindsight, like it doesn't stand up to like
I kind
like
of,
viewing.
you know, when it started. Have you watched it all?
It's Supernatural. I think I'm
I
missing
think-
the
I think-
12th or the last season.
No,
I
I see,
forgot if
okay.
it was
It
the-
kind of started to die off to me personally when the darkness came in. When it was
Mm,
God and,
and
his
his sister.
I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
That
is
shit was
that,
weird, dude. That shit was
like,
weird. I
that's a-
called it though, like when they revealed that Chuck was God. Like I called that like immediately.
Really?
Like yeah.
I
And
didn't-
like, I talked to I distinctly remember me and my friend walking into my other friend's house, and I was like, dude, I swear to God, I'm telling you, Chuck is God. Chuck is gonna be God. And he's like, dude, shut the fuck up, dude. That's so fucking stupid. They're not gonna do that. Chuck is not God. You're retarded.
It would be
and then
someone
like
completely random like that, though.
I was like, yeah, like it makes sense.
But yeah, I think it started to die off because it's like, what the fuck? God's sister?
Wait.
Okay. Like,
Season 4 only had 3 episodes. Oh yeah, it was really good. When they had to kill Mycroft, and it was like, oh, his sister is the actual supervillain or whatever, blah blah.
I'm telling you, dude.
I liked it.
Sherlock doesn't really stand
Why
keep
not?
up with nowadays. Like if you
8.4,
rewatch it, it's not as
8.8,
good.
8.9, 9.2.
what's another? What? Go keep going down the list.
Yeah, keep on the
Peaky
list.
Blinders. I haven't seen that.
Peaky
That
Blinders?
one's
I
one of
seen the
those shows
first
that you said
season.
where like
It
you
was
see it,
alright.
it doesn't really catch your interest, even though it sounds like a good show.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those for me, Peaky Blinders.
I feel that. I feel that.
It's. I feel like I can't watch it because I've seen all those like Sigma posters with the guy being like, ah, and they're like, this is what a real man does, or just bullshit. Like
Yeah.
bullshit.
What about you, Walter? You seen Peaky
yeah.
Blinders?
I saw Brothers, so it's
Um,
basically Peaky Blinders. You know, with what's his name?
No.
What's his name? Tom Hardy as his own
Cillian
self?
Murphy. Cillian Murphy. I think it's him.
The Twilight Zone,
Oh,
1959.
dude.
What?
It's a classic. It's a
So
fucking classic.
this is
That's
a
up- that's
ritual
up
I
there
have.
for sure.
This is one of my rituals. Every Thanksgiving, the day of Thanksgiving when I was a kid, they would do all of the Twilight Zone on I think Channel 5.
Yeah.
And so now every Thanksgiving I rewatch all of the Twilight Zone. It's so good.
What's the next one?
It's like
Fleabag.
10
I don't know
seasons.
what that is.
Oh, I watch
Fargo.
as
I've
much
been
as I
wanting to
can.
watch Fleabag.
House is number 14.
Yeah.
House is good.
You guys seen Fargo?
House is good.
House to me is the best medical show out of
Yeah.
all the medical shows.
Scrubs.
Fuck Scrubs.
But it's just Sherlock.
Fuck you, this guy.
Scrubs.
Scrubs is funny.
Oh,
it's
oh,
different taste.
House.
Scrubs is a
House
comedy,
be
dude.
like, oh, it's lupus, guys. It's not lupus. It's lupus, guys. It's not lupus.
Scrubs
It's
the
lupus,
British
guys. Oh, it was
No.
lupus.
No.
It's American.
Scrubs is amazing. How
Yeah.
dare you?
Sure,
Is
but
Grey's Anatomy on the
comedic one.
list?
That's the funny
yeah, the
one.
funny
No.
one.
That's bullshit.
House is just Sherlock, dude.
What?
House
That's
is just medical
bullshit.
Sherlock.
Medical Sherlock.
That's why
Friends
fucking
is
his
number
friend
15.
Watson.
Friends
it's
needs to
Watson.
go the fuck down, dude. It's
So
not funny.
Friends is pretty decent.
Yeah,
It's not
okay.
fucking
it's not
funny.
a bad
Friends needs
show.
to go the fuck up.
It's fucking
It did
bullshit
steal
ass
its whole
show.
premise though.
It's not.
It stole its whole
Bullshit ass
premise.
show. You know what's better than fucking Friends?
Seinfeld.
How I Met Your
Usually
Mother.
Curb.
And it's the same kind of
Oh,
fucking
Curb.
How I
comedy.
Met Your Mother's underrated.
Yeah.
Underrated
No,
show.
I don't know about underrated.
It's-
I don't know
it's
about
better than
rated
fucking-
perfectly
Underrated.
It's
fine.
better than
Yeah,
fucking
it's-
Friends.
it's-
It's better
it's-
than fucking Friends. That's for a fact.
Sure.
Kings
No.
of Queens,
No,
better
no, no,
than
no.
Friends.
Actually, no.
Everyone hates Raymond.
I don't know
That one's
about
better
that.
than Friends, dude.
No.
All those fucking shows are better than Friends.
Friends has How I Met Your Mother had the same problem Friends had, where in Friends they all started just banging each other, and then How I Met Your Mother they did that, but then they were like, oh no, it wasn't Robin, it was my wife. Oh wait, she died, so it was Robin the whole time.
No.
even
No.
though she went with
No, it
Different
was,
levels.
it was, it
Different
was.
levels.
Yes, this was her, but then she died, and that's why Robin's now your stepmom.
But that's so stupid. No, it wasn't that. It was the last episode. They're like, well, Dad, it sounds like you love Robin, and he's
Yeah.
Oh
like,
yeah, did he go see his
Yeah.
wife?
oh,
and he goes,
I guess I
Yeah,
do.
that's how he met
That was a
their
pretty shitty
stepmother.
ending.
That was a terrible ending. That was a dog shit ending. That was quite literally the worst ending possible.
What
after
was the
building
point
it
of?
up?
It's like here's
Exactly.
your mother all along, but she
Exactly.
died,
Exactly.
and now I'm gonna go fuck Robin real quick.
I'm gonna go tap that fucking.
I don't think it's
candy
the
ass.
worst. I don't think it's the
You
worst.
know how your mom's dead? Want me to fuck another
The whole
woman?
story was just trying to tell them like, hey, I'm gonna go so I can. So it doesn't
I
feel
want to
better.
justify.
justify
I
fucking
need-
Robin right now.
He's like, daddy's cocky want boing boing.
So I know your mom's been dead, but here's a whole fucking story of why I'm gonna go fuck Robin
Well,
right now.
Dad, I guess you can go fuck Robin because
made a
You have
good-
our permission.
You made a great point, Dad. You told us all about your sexual escapades, which has traumatized us for life and will take years of therapy. But you know
That's
what?
why
Go
we shit
fuck-
it in buckets.
Go
this whole
fuck your
time.
your former best friend that you banged at the beginning, and then we're on again, off again, on again, off again, and then she died of cancer. So fuck her. Oh well.
I don't think it's the worst ending. I don't think
At
it's the
that,
worst.
I think that
It's a pretty shitty ending.
It's
It's
a
a. I don't
terrible
think it's an amazing ending.
Well,
but
Game of Thrones
like-
is always the worst ending.
Game of Thrones
Come
is
on
the
now.
worst ending for sure because those retards were like, oh, we got a Star Wars gig, so we're just gonna fuck off, and then they're like, we want to subvert everyone's expectations and just do bullshit, literally, just the worst fucking
Hate
things.
that.
Because there was no more source material, so they started to divert from it, and they built up this whole thing. They were going, the walkers, the fucking zombies are rising up. They have a fucking ice dragon. You know what happens? Arya, the youngest Stark, she just fucking stabs the Night King like nothing. Even though they were building it up to have Jon be fighting him with like a fire sword and all this cool stuff that could happen. And then at the end they're like, hey Bran, you know how you're in a wheelchair? You're Bran the Broken. And you're king now. And he's like,
Yeah, I know.
why?
I
I never
know.
wanted to be king. He literally fucking says he never wanted to be king
But then
like
he's
4
what-
episodes.
But then he's like, that's what I've been doing. No, what did he say? He's
Yeah,
like,
he was like,
why do you think I'm here
what,
for?
yeah, what do you think I'm here for? What the?
So that made me that made me think that made me think something. It made me think Bran's fucking evil. And the whole thing was just a plot to
Orchestrated?
him to be a fucking king, dude. I was like, holy shit. He's truly the evil fucking
no,
kid.
you're giving them too much credit. They're just fucking idiots who couldn't figure out how to end the fucking thing satisfying. And then he kills Daenerys even though he loves her, even though they're cousins or she's like his aunt. And like,
Dude, bro, the only thing I know
And then
about Game of
the
Thrones is that
dragon
it's
was
all
like-
incest. That's the only thing I know.
The dragon was like, fuck this chair.
yeah, literally, it's so fucking terrible, and it's crazy. Well, it's not crazy because they didn't give them the next Game of Thrones series because this Game of Thrones series has been so much better. Yeah, they have source material, but it's actually fucking good.
It's pretty good.
You know, for the fact that
Pretty
they're like
good.
adapting it and
Pretty
all this
good.
stuff. But
It's not Game of Thrones.
There's
Game-
another
Game of
series?
Thrones-
It's not
Game of
the
Thrones-
first. It's not
House of
season.
the Dragon.
It's not season 1 to 4 of Game of
Oh,
Thrones.
yeah, I forgot
but it's
about
pretty
that.
good.
I
You know what I need
maybe
to
gotta
finish
go back and
watching?
watch it, I don't know.
Rings of Power. I only saw like the first episode.
Nobody's
or something.
nobody's gonna
gotta
give
finish
that
that.
show the credit it deserves.
Rings of
Nobody.
Power?
Nobody.
I haven't seen it.
Nobody.
I
Everyone's a piece
didn't.
of shit who shits on it. I feel like the majority of people who shit on it are just don't like because there's
Incels.
black people in it now.
Yeah.
I'm not
That's it.
shitting on it. I know it's good. I just haven't watched it yet. I just haven't gotten around to it.
I haven't finished
It's
it.
decent. It's fucking decent. I hate that they canceled it. Dude.
It's underrated, you
canceled
might
it?
say.
Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't it getting season 2?
It's like $1 billion like a season, dude.
Yeah, that's also true. It's probably just too
It's
much money.
fucking good.
Or like it's a tax write-off now. But so it's like Game of Thrones is the worst season, worst ending ever, and then the next one is How I Met Your Mother.
No.
Seinfeld.
There's one in between.
Seinfeld's
What?
up there.
How do you
No,
call it?
Seinfeld was great.
It was
because-
all a dream. It was all a dream.
Who?
And any
think so?
ending that has it's all a dream.
but
It's
who's-
on a dream. It doesn't matter. Any pick any show. There's that one show with the snow globe. There's so many shows that end in
Bro,
just like,
we're talking
oh yeah,
about shows
it was
we've
a dream
seen.
all
We've
along.
seen, bro.
Yeah,
like-
also that
We're talking
too.
about
No,
some
no,
shit from
no,
the
no.
80s,
The
dude.
worst ending. No. The worst ending to like any show, in my opinion, is it was always a
Oh.
dream. It was all a dream. You could slot that into any show, no matter how thematic. I'll think is the worst ending. Because it just essentially invalidates the
show
entirety of the rest of the show. I just spent 10 hours watching the show. None of it mattered. It was just some fuckers like drawing on a piece
Some
of paper.
bullshit.
Like, no,
That's most
no.
TV, to be fair. Most TV is just some fucker writing some bullshit.
That's true.
But
That's true. But I want good bullshit.
what's another
I want
bad
tasty
ending?
bullshit.
What's another bad ending? I'm trying to think.
I'm trying to think.
Curb was an amazing ending. That they were like gonna do the same Seinfeld
don't-
thing. I was like, and then he's like, hey, that's how he should have written it, with him being out, and then they fucking threw out his conviction. That was a good one.
Nice.
Watch Ring of Power, Walter. It's good.
What?
It's good.
Oh, I saw the first episode.
It's
Didn't
fucking
hook me, I
good,
guess,
dude.
so I didn't
It's
go
fucking
back.
good. It's fucking good. It's fucking
What's another show that had a bad ending? Let's Google shows that had bad endings.
We haven't even finished this list, motherfucker.
The list is it's fine.
The Office.
See.
The Office
Shows-
kind of had
Oh,
a bad
the Office
ending.
ending is like
No, it's not a bad
it's like-
ending.
It's just
but
in
it,
the gray
it,
area.
it,
After
it goes
Michael.
like this, and then it kind of goes back up, but not back up to the point where it
Look,
was with
look.
Michael.
It was good with Michael, and then it became pretty good when Robert California was there. He was holding it. He was holding the show up, and then after Andy became manager, that's when the show started to get really boring, in my opinion.
But Will Ferrell was bad, straight up. Will Ferrell's boss.
He was there for
he
one
Bad
episode.
era.
Yeah, he was only there for one episode. I kind of liked it though because he was like, "Why doesn't Dwight like me?" And then they were like, "Oh, I don't know." And then he was like, "Dwight, get your ass back in, get your ass in here, and you're gonna sell some paper." And then Dwight was like, "I respond to authority." You know, and I was like, holy shit! Like Will Ferrell figured him out. I would have liked to see a couple more episodes with him, even if he wasn't the permanent one. But yeah, I didn't like the whole like, oh, he got a head trauma, now he's gone, whatever. You know. But I liked
The Robert
it.
California episodes are so good, dude. They were
Okay,
really
do you
great.
prefer the American Office ending or the UK Office
I
ending?
never watched the UK Office.
Yeah, that's not real. That's
Don't,
not
didn't
real.
care. Don't watch it, dude.
It's just dry humor.
Let me see.
It's
Ever
more
watched?
British
You guys ever
dry
watched
humor.
The Thick of It?
Oh my God,
Got it in the thick of it?
Alf.
No, The Thick of It with
Alf
Think
had
of
the
it.
with
worst
Peter
ending.
Capaldi.
Peter Capaldi. No.
No,
Where
I
he's
don't
like,
think I
where
have.
he's like
a government worker.
yeah, government
He's
worker.
like these fucking cunts and they're
Yeah, it's
fucking
so good,
retards.
dude. Fuck.
So Alf, on the verge
Fucking
of
Alf.
reuniting with his best friend, Alf is captured by the government and thrown in a lab. He never sees his human family again.
Oh, if we're gonna go children's shows, there's a dinosaur one where like it's basically like a Family Matters, like King of Queens type of show, but with dinosaurs. And the way it ends is that like the asteroid starts coming in and they get like a cold winter and they all just freeze to death in their house, dude. That was a good one. I was
That's
like,
the dinosaurs.
Oh my
I think it's just
God.
called
Is
dinosaurs.
it called dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs. Wait, what movie?
No. The
It's a
TV
show. It's a show. It was like a sitcom style, but like for
Yeah.
kids.
Dinosaurs, literally this one.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That
yeah, yeah.
bullshit?
Yeah,
It-
the last episode was because they accidentally caused a nuclear winter, or like a not nuclear winter. It was like the reverse of global warming.
Oh, I
He-
thought it was a comment.
So
that like froze
no.
everything.
He put so his boss put a bunch of pollution into the air, which made everything colder. And then that's when they're like, hey, now we get to sell more heat. Okay, cool. But then they couldn't reverse it, and then they're going to an ice age. And like the sign off is the guy on the TV going, all right, everyone. I think we're going to lose power now, and something. And the family just huddles together and presumably freezes to death.
Yeah.
that's a nice ending.
The baby dead. The
Straight
father
up.
dead.
So
The mother also
Lost was
Did
also
you guys
a pretty
watch?
bad
Did
ending.
you guys watch Dexter?
dead. Yeah, I loved it. Dude, Dexter was my obsession for a
You
while.
love the ending? After
What about
they-
the ending? They said it's bad.
I haven't seen the reboot. I've seen the
No, not the
original.
reboot. The original ending.
I was okay with it. I didn't think it was particularly
He
bad.
became a lumberjack.
Yeah. It sucks that he didn't get caught, but like, I mean, he made it out. Like the person killing all the serial killers like was just out. He wasn't killing them because he was doing a good job. He was killing them because he was a piece of shit. But like, he still killed serial killers. So, I mean,
2.5 Men.
I
I
really
love
have
that
a-
show. That show was good.
I haven't thoughts about it.
watched a couple
Heroes.
episodes.
Heroes fell off.
Dude, Heroes was the ending sucked. I was so sad. I was so sad at that ending.
Yeah. What do you guys think about the One Piece ending?
I don't watch One Piece.
You guys haven't finished One Piece?
I don't read it. I don't watch it. I'm never going to. That's
Wow.
the one anime I'm never gonna watch.
He's
So
just a
you guys
hater.
watch
He's
it?
just
Yeah,
hating
he's
for
a
He's a
hating.
hater ass bitch. He's a
Posing
hater-ass
hater.
bitch.
Mm.
It doesn't. The art style is ugly. I don't like it.
Oh, the art style's ugly.
I don't give a fuck
Oh.
about pirates.
Oh, the story's not. I can't read enough, and pictures
I
don't go
give
boom
a
boom
fuck-
enough for my
I don't
eyeballs.
give a fuck about pirates. I don't give a fuck about their adventures. I don't give a fuck
He doesn't
about
care
the One
about
Piece.
freedom and
I
personal.
don't care about their fucking bullshit fights where it's a pirate versus a big pirate versus a fucking super pirate versus a super pirate with AIDS versus a bitch pirate. Pirates fighting pirates. Pirates fighting the government. Who gives a shit, dude? Watch Pirates of
Dude,
the
just say
Caribbean.
you don't like it. You don't have any actual reasons for not liking
He's
it.
a bootlegger because he doesn't like the pirates. He's
Oh,
on the
that's
government
true.
side.
I like the Pirates of the Caribbean.
He's like
I like the
ACAB.
Pirates
No,
of
I
the
love the
Caribbean.
tasty boot.
Pirates of the Caribbean is the only pirate thing that I watch.
Okay.
dude.
Dude, just say
Pirates
you
of
don't
the
like it.
Caribbean.
Like you don't have to give an
Pirates-
explanation
I
because
don't like
none of
it.
that
I
made sense.
I don't like the
None of
story
that made
premise.
sense.
I don't like the world that it's in. I don't like the characters.
You don't
Yeah, you just
understand
don't
the
like
world.
it.
I don't like the
You just
fighting.
don't
I
like
think
it.
he understands
Like that's the
it,
thing.
That's why, honestly. 'Cause
Maybe.
The
I
fact
don't
that he
know.
said I don't like the world it's in, like, what does that even mean?
The world building. Yeah,
Walk me
dude.
through that. Wait, walk me through that. What does that even
Explain
mean?
why the world building is bad. Yeah.
So if it's based on like a magical world like fairy tale, right? That's what I'm assuming, right?
Well,
What?
it's a fictional
it's
setting.
not a real. It's not a
It's not
real
a real
Earth.
world.
It's not an actual. It's not Earth, right? It's not
Like most stories, yeah, it is not a
Oh,
real
okay.
Earth. It is
so
like
it's,
our
so
Earth.
it's a
Animes?
fake Earth. It's a fake
Yeah.
Earth. It's a fake place. But the place, it's like okay.
It's
so
flat.
there's super kaiju monsters that exist outside of the ocean or like in the
In
forest.
the ocean,
the
yeah.
in
farthest
the
reaches.
ocean, sea
Okay,
beasts.
and then there's like super powerful magical bosses that are like evil pirates slash evil government people.
Sure.
Yes.
sure.
And they're just going to find treasure, and in the middle of them trying to find treasure, they fight super powerful pirates and super powerful governor people. Like that whole
That's
concept is kind of fucking like what the fuck? That doesn't sound.
What?
cool to
Let me.
What do you
let
mean?
Let me tell you this. let me break it down this way. Man,
You could say the same thing about Fairy Tail.
or
like,
Naruto, dude.
The thing
Yeah,
about,
yeah.
the thing
But
about
you're like
ninjas that are like fighting each other. It's so stupid.
No, it makes sense.
What?
Ninjas and power ups
What?
make sense. Dragon Ball Z fighting makes sense because
that
it's like
does not
heat.
make sense.
Wait,
Oh,
wait. Okay, wait.
What?
What? Where's your sense of disbelief being unsuspended when
It's
you're
not even
in
about
One Piece?
realism. It's the fact that it's like
It's not real. That's
it's
the point.
why the fuck would pirates ever be that, dude?
Sense of
It-
disbelief is not realism,
Ninjas,
dude.
ninjas having
He
power ups.
doesn't- he didn't understand chapter one.
Ninjas,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
having
He straight up doesn't understand chapter
ninjas
one.
having power ups and
So-
like being able to do like turn into a bunch of other
Chi
clones
and
of
chakra
themselves.
aren't real, dude. Like, not
They're not
like
real.
it
It's
doesn't
not
make
real.
sense for ninjas to have
making,
power
making
ups.
clones of themselves and doing all the shit they do.
Ninja
that
stuff. Okay.
that visually
Uh-huh.
and fictionally
Okay.
sounds correct.
Let me-
Why the
How?
fuck
Let me-
would
No,
a
no,
pirate be able
How?
to turn
How?
into an
I have
inflatable
this.
thing?
She isn't real. Ninjas
me-
can't actually duplicate themselves. Like,
Let me recap. Let me recap chapter 1 of One Piece for you, okay? It starts off with Gold D. Roger getting executed, and he tells everyone, "You want my greatest treasure, the One Piece? Well, you'll have to find it." Ha ha ha! And then they kill him, which that sets off the great age of piracy. Now, in this One Piece world, there are things called devil fruits that just exist. Why do they exist? Well, we find out in these most recent chapters that there's, well, we don't know why exactly yet. Like, it's not like, oh, the chakra tree, or because Naruto, it was aliens that brought chakra in.
Aliens.
What the fuck is that? Anyways,
That makes complete sense.
that makes no
Aliens
fucking sense.
brought
It's literally
chakra.
Aliens
So-
brought
so-
To
chakra
Earth.
to
Makes
Earth.
sense.
It's like when the fucking Eternals brought the fucking Infinity Stones into the Earth. What are
they
you talking
did it though.
about?
Okay. So chapter 1 literally goes off that, and it tells you what devil fruits do. How devil fruits can have different kinds of powers. There's different kinds of like you can be fire, or you can have fire powers but still be a solid person. Whatever it is, right? One Piece explains to you basically all that in like the first book. Straight up in the first book, and it tells you you can't swim anymore when you have how are you going to be a pirate that can't swim when you have devil fruit powers, all this kind of stuff. And yeah, there's wacky adventures and whatnot. There's 1,000 chapters, which is like what, I don't know, 52 volumes or whatever. But I mean, I don't understand how that is any more outlandish than, oh, these aliens
It's not that it's
came
outlandish.
by
It's that
and
it
then-
sounds like
sounds like what?
How does
sounds
that
like
break the
bullshit,
world?
It
right?
sounds made up. I think because it's fiction, dude.
it sounds like fucking like what? Like that doesn't make any sense. Why the fuck would pirates like the whole thing? It's like here's a magical juju bean that
Yeah.
gives you magical juju powers.
A
and here-
senzu bean?
And here's other people.
A senzu
Oh,
chakra fruit?
a bean that fucking heals you from a fucking after a fucking crazy fight where you're fighting people. That makes sense, dude. Why are they?
How
they're
does that make
fighters?
sense?
How are they fighting? How did Goku come up with his powers? How did Goku come up and become the person he is?
'Cause
There's
he's
a
also
whole
an
thing
alien.
that came up. Yeah, there's an alien. That makes fucking sense. Why would
How?
random people
Walter,
eat a
how?
had a fucking fruit?
No,
and
no.
then they turn into demons.
It doesn't
Oh,
make
they're not-
it
they're not
doesn't
turn into
demons.
it doesn't make
firepower.
it doesn't make any more sense than anything in One Piece, dude.
Exactly.
It doesn't make
It's all made
sense.
up.
I'm just
but
talking
it
about
doesn't
One
make
Piece.
any. Yeah, but it doesn't make any more sense. Like Naruto shit, sensu beans, they don't make any more sense than the stuff in One Piece.
Because it's fiction.
Yeah,
Well,
like
oh my god. Even
Walter.
fiction isn't just.
Wait, okay.
yeah, you're brushing up on internal consistency, but One Piece has internal consistency.
Yes,
you just
internal
don't like the show. Like that's why I say you don't have to give excuses, dude. You just don't like the show. Like none of what you said makes sense. Like from like point A to point B
Ninjas
perspective.
being able to do
Like,
the powers that they have.
you just don't
and
like the
fact
show.
That the powers come from an alien. That makes a lot more sense in fiction, where it's just, oh, here's a
How?
fucking fruit. I don't know where it comes from, but here's a fruit for the sake of the
Well,
fucking
we
story.
don't know yet.
Hold on. No. Okay, let me put it this way. How does aliens bring something that is natural? Because in Naruto, chakra fruits are fundamentally a natural force, but somehow that fundamental natural force does not exist on Earth, where a lot of living beings exist, but somehow exist in every other planet with every other living being, based on what the Otoshiki tells us.
They exist, and they brought them onto the Earth.
Yeah. But in every other planet, it already exists naturally. Just for some reason,
Sure.
it doesn't exist on Earth.
How
What's
does that
wrong
make
with
sense?
that?
That doesn't make sense internally. If chakra is a fundamental natural force that exists in the universe everywhere with every other living being, but the Otoshiki had to bring it to Earth because it didn't exist before on Earth,
Right.
that is a break in the storytelling. That is a break in the world building. That doesn't make sense internally.
Yeah, because you're just.
It's the
going
one
for the
special
sake of
planet.
The story.
Yeah. It's for the sake of the story. This one planet is somehow special enough for the story to take place.
Yeah.
No. No, that
Yes.
doesn't make sense. That breaks
That's
the
where
world
humans
building.
exist.
That breaks the world
Exactly,
building.
and this is where One Piece people exist.
But the
They-
fucking
Yeah.
the fucking demon fruit doesn't make sense. Where did it come from? I don't know where it comes from, but here's
We
the
don't know
cereal.
yet. That's
know
part
yet.
of the story. That's,
That's
part of the story. It hasn't
But
been
we know that
explained
they
yet.
could be-
Yeah, you don't really gotta know where it comes from for it to like fit in the story, dude. Like,
Exactly.
And in fact, outlining where it came from can cause a break in the story. That's exactly what happened in Naruto. Originally, chakra was just something that every single living
It was
being had.
innate, like
yeah, it was
chi or
innate.
whatever.
It existed everywhere. They added in that
Ninjas
world
having
building
chi
break.
makes sense. Why
No,
does
no, no, no.
pirates having
Why does
magical powers
why does
make
ninjas having
sense?
chi make sense?
Are you telling me Naruto's the only thing in pop culture and in all of storytelling that where they've had chi and things like that?
Chi
exist?
isn't real. Why does it make
It
sense for
doesn't.
ninjas
It's
to
not
have
the
chi?
fact that it's not real. It's that
Hey,
it makes
hey,
sense. Chi
chi
plus
is
ninjas.
real.
Chi
You
plus
can
ninjas
cheese
makes
these
sense.
nuts, bitch.
Kung
What
Fu
the
Panda
fuck?
has chi.
Doesn't make it
Tao-
real.
Yeah, that doesn't make it
But
real.
it's all having to do with like ninjas and fighting.
okay.
What the fuck is a pirate? If chi existed in Pirates of the Caribbean, it'd be like, why the fuck does it exist in
You
Pirates
mean
of the Caribbean?
hockey
Yeah.
in One Piece, which is just innate energy that they also have and can unlock.
If it was just that, that would make sense. But
Also-
what the fuck's
also-
the demon fruit?
also you're-
that's
you're-
the main.
also
That's
you're-
the main thing where powers come from. That's the main.
No,
thing
no,
where
that's
people
not the
get-
main thing. They're both equally important. And in
Yeah,
fact,
yeah.
later on in the story, you find out that devil fruits aren't necessarily that strong because hockey is almost a direct counter to them.
Yep.
Like, but that's besides the point. You're telling me that
So
nowhere
how
else.
would a
hold on.
so why
hold
would
on,
a
Michael.
pirate be able to like train and do all that?
Because
The
they
same
want
way.
to fight. They're
no,
fighting.
Pirates
For the
don't
story.
fucking train.
the
Pirates
story.
aren't characters, aren't people, aren't things in that's ever been portrayed as like they train to fucking learn and obtain magical power and go forward with it, dude.
So you're telling me-
stupid? The Spaniards literally fucking came out because they were like, "Oh, the Fountain of Youth," and they had to fight pirates to find this Fountain of
No,
Youth.
not even
where
that.
they
not even
trained
that.
assassins, where they trained magical beings.
This is in
No,
your
are they
this
fighters?
Is,
Where they
this is
tried
your
to
ignorance
find
of
a magical
action. This is
object.
your ignorance of like IRL
Michael,
pirate history.
Mike.
Unironically, do you think that someone gets good at
Mike.
swordsmanship
Walter,
just
Walter,
like by
Walter.
getting good at it?
Walter.
Like you have to train that.
It's the fact
Walter.
that
Not to
pirates-
mention-
It's the
you
fact
can't
that
win this
pirates-
argument.
if
Not
they
to
were
mention,
other characters.
most other pirates in real life were ex-military people. They
Yeah.
did training.
Ex-Navy,
They got
things
their
like that.
training, and they trained afterwards. Not to mention that most pirates didn't live that long. Blackbeard only ran for like about 2 to 5 years, something like that. Like most
like
of them
30 when
trained
he died,
before,
dude.
and if they survived, they would train after. But most pirates, even in the real world, did training. Like.
Yeah.
What? And not to mention that the basic premise of One Piece as a story means that you have to be fighting other people. If you're going after treasure, you have to fight them. If they're stronger than you, how are you going to close
Pirates, they
that
training
gap?
to use chi. They were
No, no,
able
no.
to
You're-
meditate
you're-
and
you're
use
too
chi.
focused on the
What's
chi.
the haki thing called? Whatever the fuck it's
Mike,
called.
Michael, Michael, you're
None
not
of that
gonna
is
win
real,
this argument.
dude. None of that
It's
is
like
real.
saying,
Yeah, it's not
like,
real.
why the fuck do Kryptonians like have their
Yeah.
powers? Like,
Oh yeah. Why is
because the
Superman
world
allergic to
wants it to be.
kryptonite? Because
Oh,
story
also-
Aliens
made
having
use it.
superpowers makes sense because they're
That
fucking
doesn't make
aliens.
sense,
Why the
no.
fuck would pirates have magical powers, dude?
Because
Okay.
devil fruits exist.
Hold on,
Because
hold
it
on,
doesn't
hold on,
matter.
hold on.
That's why
Hold on.
it
Because
doesn't
devil
matter.
fruits,
It's
yeah,
the
devil fruits
story.
exist in
This
One
is
Piece.
this.
Why?
But-
Because he
Oh,
wrote it
this
like
doesn't
that.
Doesn't matter.
He wrote it like that. That's it.
No, but
End
also,
of story.
But also, tell me why. How do you call it? So you're telling me that One Piece is the only piece of media where you consume something and then gain powers from consuming that.
Is the only piece of media where you gain
Sensu
powers from
beans.
consuming something?
Yeah.
How many other animes has someone gone
When
here?
you think of a pirate
have
outside
this?
of One Piece, what do you think? Outside of One Piece, don't bring in-
Treasure.
Okay,
That's
treasure.
it.
treasure.
Sure.
And that's it. What kind of people are they?
Treasure.
I think of
Buccaneers.
gay
They're
people.
Buccaneers. They're
They're like-
Buccaneers.
they're like- they're like-
They're people. They're selfish people who want treasure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you think of them as like assassins, fucking super trained assassins, super
Yeah.
Sure, they could
meditating?
be.
They
no,
can.
no, I'm not
That-
talking. How
that-
could they be?
How could they not be?
I'm not talking about outside of One Piece. Not,
Assassination
no.
is just a job. A
Yeah.
pirate could do that too if they're sneaky enough. Isn't like
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed a whole
Pirates
thing
are
about
fucking,
pirates
are
being
fucking
a
crusty,
fucking?
rugged.
Not
Fucking
always
wreck-
rugged. You've seen.
Also,
seen
Zorro is
Pirates
rugged.
Of the Caribbean. You've seen Pirates of the
Zorro's-
Caribbean where they
who's
have
fuck-
scrawny
oh.
pirates. They have scrawny pirates.
They do
in
have
Pirates of the
scrawny
Caribbean,
pirates. Yeah,
and
that's
they're
true.
like the little
That's
cunning
true.
ones that'll slit your throat in the middle of the night. They sound like
That's true.
assassins, huh?
That's true.
Interesting. Interesting.
But
A
also
cutthroat
that's
isn't a
also kind of
fucking assassin,
irrelevant
dude.
because One Piece isn't
A
really an
cutthroat
assassin.
is not an assassin.
Assassin needs to be needs to have.
No, they don't need to have anything.
Also,
They
no,
should be
but
able to
this is
assassinate.
all besides the point.
Yeah.
Who in One Piece is an assassin?
They have
No,
assassins.
in the main crew, because that's what we're
Oh.
talking about here.
Okay,
Who,
sure.
who in One Piece in the main crew is an assassin?
None of them.
Zoro.
Zoro's a swordsman.
Yeah, he's a fighter. Like,
He's essentially
fighter.
what Andres
But
said, a
he could,
buccaneer.
he could also be an assassin now.
No, because
'Cause,
he's
well-
more about honor. To be fair,
If you kill someone of importance, you are officially an assassin. But that's like saying that like what he's talking about
What
is
the
an
fuck
archetype.
is the
Michael's
orange the
specifically
orange hair
talking-
the orange haired big boob hoe? Is she a fucking pirate?
Nami is a pirate.
It's a pirate.
She's a
navigator. She knows how to steer the ship. Well, not steer,
Navigator,
but she
yeah.
knows how to
And she's also
navigate the
a
waters.
thief, but she's not an assassin.
She's
Technically.
very explicitly unable to kill the majority of the people in One Piece.
Mike,
So
you
a
don't even
female,
know
a
anything
female
about the
is
show.
a
Like,
captain
why are
in
you
the,
even
in,
talking
as a
on
pirate, and she hasn't got
How is
got
she a
fucked by
captain?
pirates.
She's not the captain.
Or like
How's
whatever
she a
she
captain?
is. You know, if
She's
there's
on the crew.
if there's a wench on the crew, they're just gonna use her as a fuck. As a
Is
fuck
that what
nugget.
happened? Is that what happened in Pirates of the Caribbean?
Let's
That
move
did not
on.
happen.
Let's move
That
on.
did not happen.
tried
That
to-
That's
did
actually
not
not
happen.
happening at all
They
in
don't-
One
they
Piece
didn't-
either.
Yeah.
She's actually never been romantically involved in any people, but whatever.
Exactly.
One Piece is just as real as Naruto and the other ones.
Yeah.
Walter, what you got for us?
You just don't like it. No,
Alright,
like, that's
another
the
show
thing.
that had
We
a
gotta bring back not
That
liking
ending
shit.
was House of Cards.
House of Cards. Oh yeah, when he was like, "Oh, I
Because-
touched the boy," and then he got fired or whatever.
Yeah, because I think they wrote him off in the final season he was in,
Yeah.
and then they handed off the main character role to his wife. They basically kill him off screen because
Yeah.
of the whole allegations and stuff.
Yeah. Well, because
So
of the
it was
real
pretty
things
bad.
Yeah.
that happened, not just allegations. And then
But I think 2025 is gonna come back though.
yeah, when he
You never
released-
know.
No, people are
He was unhinged
people are
in that
trying
YouTube
to like
video.
get him back to work.
That's so
I'm not even
stupid, dude.
lying.
That's crazy.
It's
He's a
because,
good
the
actor.
people
That's
he
why
touched
people are doing it.
are
Are dead.
no. What happens is that like we do tend to treat like people who are like pedophiles over certain things differently. Like if you
Well, he's
like
not
if you're a
he's
pedophile.
not- well, oh yeah. he
Well,
kinda is.
well,
if you have to go well, if he goes,
yeah, no. If you're a pedophile
Well,
and you touch like
Did he?
like a girl or something, you are definitely like the systems, like the legal system and stuff, treat you with a much softer hand than if you touch guys. Like, and this goes like across the board. Like, people like pedophiles who touch like guy kids are infinitely
Yeah.
more like
Did
thrown
you
shit at.
did you
and
watch the
harder
new
to come back
documentary
from.
on it?
Huh?
On the Kevin Spacey stuff, the Spacey documentary. It was literally dudes on the set of the show that were getting like assaulted. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, well,
Like he's like,
proximity.
oh, like let's run lines, and then they would come to another room,
And
and
he would
then
just
he would
jack 'em
literally like yeah, start feeling up on them and shit, do a bunch of weird shit.
That's
And then he would invite
Yeah.
them to like famous people's houses, and then
well, yeah,
mess
because the
with them. It
power
was
imbalance,
weird, bro.
the power imbalance.
Because of
How do
course
we
you
get
don't
on
want to
this
go. You
subject?
want to go to Arnold Schwarzenegger's house, you know? Like, come on.
Yeah, that's broke till Friday.
It's fucking weird. We're broke till Friday. Goodbye, my friends. We'll see you next week. Now I'ma go and beat my meat. And we're broke till Friday. Bye, my friends. We'll see you next week. And now I'ma go and beat my meat. And we're broke till Friday.